Ladies and gentlemen, we were waiting and waiting for that explosive offense to officially show itself. And it did. You know we want to talk about it, so keep it locked. Welcome, everybody, to an all-new episode of CHI Go Bears. As always, it's your boy, John J. And with me, once again, is my dog, D Snow from the Go. What's going on, fam?
It is finally nice to hop on here and have some positivity to talk about. It's been a rough couple of weeks. Man, we watching, NFL as a whole looks so great, and we wasn't a part of that. So it felt good to see us finally break out a can of whoop ass on somebody, man. I'm excited, man. Hey, man, we finally got in the W column, man. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I wish we could have came to the folks sooner to talk about this, but ladies and gentlemen, forgive me. It's my fault this time. I moved over the weekend, and it's been a little bit crazy. I just got some of my equipment set up, so forgive my plain background. It's going to come together soon. But aside from that, I'm feeling good. I'm ready to talk about it. But before we do, ladies and gentlemen, do your boys a solid. Get down there and hit a like for your boys. Share this thing and subscribe, because we gets busy over here.
You already know.
But D Snow, finally, the offense has come back, or come around for the first time, to Chicago. Yeah, so I know you are super excited about it, even still, with this being Wednesday now, as am I. And we just want to give our thoughts on it. But D Snow, let's just start right off with the main attraction, Caleb Williams. And I'm gonna throw something out there for you. Our boy is tied for number 2 in the league now in touchdowns, and he was named NFC Player of the Week after this game. D Snow, so give me your reactions to Caleb in that fantastic game he had.
It's about time. That's what I got to say. This is what we've been hoping for. This is why we drafted the kid. This is why we let Justin Fields go. This is what it was all about, because we were bringing in this super dynamic kid that could throw the ball all over the field, and he could flash and show us a little bit of Pat Mahomes, or maybe show us a little bit of Jalen Hurts with the legs. And, and he's this big, strong athlete from California that we just all heard so much about. And finally, it came to fruition. And now this is just a small sample size, because this was only one game, and I mean, it was against, a team that right now every team is looking at them on the schedule and excited to see them coming. So, that we do got some, some things on the side to look at, but no matter what, you still got to go out on the field and you got to perform. And man, oh man, Ben Johnson, everything that he tells us about that he's been working on, we saw it all, man. We saw the trick plays.
He was calling some stuff, wasn't he?
Oh man, he was pulling everything out of his hat, and Caleb was ready to go. So, man, it felt good to see our shiny number 1 pick finally go out there and look like a number 1 pick. It felt real good, man. And I was like that meme I sent you. I was like, like Homelander, when everybody was cheering for him, and he didn't know how to feel about it. Anybody that knows about that, man, Homelander, he kind of like, should I be happy? Are we going to win this game or not?
Is this really happening? It's really happening.
Because the one thing all Bears fans know, we are really good at looking real good right up until the end. But, man, our defense came to play. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into that. But, hey, Caleb, finally, man, it feels good that, now these guys have nothing but praises for him this week. All the talking heads, all the ESPNs, everybody saying nice and glaring things. And the only person that I got to give my hand to is Dan Orlovsky. Because he kept saying, be patient, be cool, give him some time, give him at least 3 or 4 weeks. Give him, he kept saying this stuff constantly since the summertime. So, it felt good to see, my man finally step into those shoes and look like the guy that we expect him to be.
Yeah. I think for me, aside from Caleb, who balled, I got nothing bad to say. He missed a couple throws, but you're not going to be perfect. I got nothing bad to say about Caleb's performance. But the thing that I tip my hat to the most is the offensive line play. That was the first time in his entire career thus far that he had a 0-sack game.
Yeah,
And
man.
you see what he can do when he's clean. So my hat goes out to them. That was one of my biggest fears coming into the season, and we seen what it can be. Now I have to refrain from overhyping this performance because, like you said, this is the Dallas Cowboys. The defense is chop suey. It's
Yeah.
man, it's a travesty right now,
Yeah, they
and
got
we
zero
knew that
pass
it
rush.
would be. You look at the week before the Cowboys played the Giants. Russell Wilson went crazy. The very
Ape
next
shit.
week, he lost his job. I mean, so
that tells you a whole lot. That man
let's
had
take this game.
450, 3 touchdowns. He looked like vintage Russ. They was saying Russ still can cook. Now all of a sudden Russ can't even bring the water to the picnic.
1 week later, hello Jackson Dart.
Now you can't cook no more, man. Just bring the drinks, man. Some plates and stuff.
Bring the snacks.
Yeah, that is crazy though. Yeah, I like that.
So
right.
we got to take that with a grain of salt. Everybody got the Cowboys circle, but and we will see a better pass rush this coming week against the Raiders, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But just as far as this game goes, Caleb had an outstanding performance, but you got to take it with a grain of salt. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves with the celebrations. Let me see it back-to-back weeks before we go into the bye, and I feel real good about things. One thing we saw more of was Ben Johnson running that ball. Third quarter, he had at one point 11 straight runs, and they couldn't stop it. Now, we still having trouble getting going in the running game consistently for an entire game, but it'll get around. That also goes with improved line play.
Hey, but come on, man. Yeah. We saw DJ back there. We saw Luther, run one. And when I saw him throw two back there, I was like, hey, get that man in the backfield. Like, man, this man has a lot to show us if we can get the chance to show him. We get enough plays, enough time on that field. He got some plays to throw out there. You can tell he got a bag of tricks.
Yeah, and I like seeing DJ get moved around like that. Because DJ is a playmaker, and he has multiple things that he's good at. And he's also strong for his size. I mean, ask Trayvon Diggs. I mean, he broke him in half on trying to tackle him. So I like being using him in that way. DJ built like a running back pretty much. So that's cool. And then just the growth between Caleb and Rome. That pairing is money. Rome is also he is tied for the league lead in touchdown receptions.
Wow, that's big.
So, that's big. I mean, you say what you want, but these two young guys is at the top of the league in what matters right now. Right now, Caleb Williams is a top 10 quarterback.
Look at that.
It's official. Right? Look at the numbers.
What was that passer rating from Sunday?
Man, 132 or something like that. It was 140 something.
Yeah.
So that was outstanding. Nothing but good things to say about that. Tyreek Stevenson had a masterful game. He had one of his better games as a pro that I've seen. We've been so hard on him, all us Bears fans across the since the Hail Mary. Got to show him some love. He just straight up snatched that ball. Like Tyree Stevenson had himself a game, as did Tremaine Edmonds. So big plays from where it mattered. You want to get into the defense? I know you were itching to talk about that a little bit.
I mean, hey, it's just nice to finally see the big guys up front. Man, Sweat getting him some. I mean, you saw Jared get him some. I mean, our linebackers hey, it was like the ball was stuck to our hands on Sunday. So it felt good to see the big name guys. I saw Brisker getting into a few things. Like, it felt good seeing those guys that we talk about that need to step up and be leaders. Those are the names that you were seeing that were doing that thing. Hey, no matter what the defense, Dallas's defense looked like. I mean, the offense has not been looking that bad, and our defense really showed up Sunday. It looked good. It felt good to see them really attack and just have the Cowboys on their heels like that. So hopefully we can keep that up and they can get back to that defense that we were used to last year.
Yeah. They talked about the team had a players only meeting. I believe they said Grady Jarrett called it, and him and I think it was Jaquan Brisker did most of the talking. And we talked about that veteran presence of Grady Jarrett. That was one of the things we looked forward to with him coming here. So apparently it worked. Hopefully it continues to work. But moving along, let's get into this upcoming Sunday against the Raiders. Those Tom Brady owned Raiders. Tom Brady got a chance to see us last week on that game of the
Yeah.
week. But yeah, heading to Vegas this weekend, D Snow. Vegas. I sure would love to be at that game, but unfortunately I won't be.
That's an expensive ticket right there.
Absolutely, absolutely. But just scouting ahead a little bit, Geno Smith is someone who is susceptible to turning the ball over, but he is hurling that thing, D
He
Snow. I
coming
want
off
to
a great
say
Sunday. Yeah, he
he's
looked
in the
real good
top
Sunday.
three overall in
Yeah.
passing yards right now. So he will be moving that ball all over the field. So we got to get ready for potentially an explosive offense. Ashton Genty, somebody we talked about a
Man,
lot
trucking dudes
this
right now.
offseason.
Trucking dudes right now.
And he is not off to a great start. He's had some really good plays, but he's not off to a great start. But you got to wonder, is this a game where he's licking his chops to go against our run defense? We couldn't stop Dallas's run last week.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
true. We ain't stopped
honestly,
nobody
they
running
were
this
they
shit,
were running
period.
that wheel. So that's something to look at. And then there's that dude, Mason Crosby. They ain't got him. They ain't got nothing like him in Dallas, D Snow. Not no
No,
more.
sir. No, sir. They sure don't.
So, I mean, these aren't your old school Raiders. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
really a game. Don't think this is a pushover coming off of that Dallas game. This team might be better equipped than Dallas at the present moment. Um, but what are your thoughts? Just going into this matchup, what do you see from Caleb? Do you think he can maintain it? Do you think the defense can hold your boy Genty?
I mean, I think coming off of what we did last week, I think that's going to keep our engine running. I think that we're either going to come out. I mean, hey, the Raiders have been giving up some points this year, so I mean, I expect us to go out there and especially coming off of a great week where we really, really got a lot going. I don't see us going backwards from that. We're not going up against a top 10 defense. They got some guys that can play, but this is a chance where we can continue to, develop some of that stuff that we got. Continue to get Luther Burden open. I mean, we showed that we have a lot more than just
Your boy
Holmes.
3 had himself a game, and we ain't talk enough about that. And if you want to, we can. But
I mean, to me, I think it's amazing that we got this kid. He's hungry. And he said, I belong in the end zone. I love the end zone. I love the way he talks
I
about
love
it.
the end zone. Yeah, that was live.
My boy said, I love the end zone. But when you that wide open, hey, you just got to don't do the Marvin Harrison Jr. Did you see that play? Whoa. Man, Marvin Harrison Jr., man, ball came straight to him. He jumped in the air and dropped the ball. It was the weirdest play ever. If you get a chance to see it, nobody was around him. And everybody was like, you ain't nothing like your daddy, because why are you trying to catch the ball with your body? You're supposed to be catching it with your hands. But no, man, Luther Bird, and this is something that's been talked about on doing the game and as well as on sports shows, that he might be the eventual replacement for DJ Moore. So that's why I was happy to see DJ Moore get to the game a little bit more. But Luther Bird is a bull out the stable, and hey, anybody get this way, that kid is coming. But yeah, man, I got a front row seat for Geno Smith. He's on one of my fantasy teams. I also have Brock Purdy. And Brock Purdy had got hurt, so I had to put him in. And I meant to take him out Sunday because I was like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and play Mac Jones. He had a really good week last week. Man, forgot to take him out. Looked up, and Geno put up 38 points this last week. So Geno was hurling that thing around. We saw what he did in Seattle. Around. We saw what he did in Seattle. He's a capable quarterback. So this might be, something close to a shootout, depending on if our defense continue to shows up. Because not gonna lie, our defense looked really, really good this week. They looked really good. Like you said, we gave up the ball running it, but passing, that looked a lot better. A lot of interceptions, a lot of all around the ball. We played some pretty good lockdown defense, but I'm expecting this one to be close. I think it will be up there. Probably be something at 24-27, something like that. Maybe 31-27. It's gonna be up there because I think we're gonna put up some more points. But we got to be able to stop Geno Smith, and that's a tall order. So
Absolutely.
We'll see.
Absolutely. Some names to watch. I already mentioned Genty and Geno and Crosby, but there's that dude at tight end. probably already the best tight end in the league in year
man.
2.
That's a big
Brock
boy.
Bowers.
Brock Bowers.
That man is a fool. And then you got your deep threat, Jacoby Myers. They got some things over there. Got some pieces
some
over
weapons.
there. So be careful. But I do think this is a winnable game. And I want to see them continue off of that high from last week. Now, excuse me. Now, I think it might be a stretch to expect another 0-sack game, especially with Mason Crosby. I want to see Caleb perform better under pressure right now. That's his biggest weakness in my opinion. But yeah, that's where I want to see the improvement. I feel like he's going to get more pressure this time. Can he keep it right in here? Can he maintain, get rid of that ball quick, and ride that high? I'm going to venture out and take a chance and say yes. I think Caleb continues this trend. I didn't see any press conference for after today's practice, but I did get a chance to watch Ben Johnson speak before practice today. And one thing he mentioned was he had this plan when he heard that Caleb won Player of the Week. He wanted to present and do something nice for him in front of the team. Caleb wasn't having it. Caleb was on to the next and wanted to keep on moving and act like the reward didn't happen. So I love that mindset. It's over with. Let's keep on moving. So I like that drive. He want to stack it and build on something. So I like that he's just not resting on his laurels. He realizes there's still work to be done. I appreciate it.
There's a bigger goal down the line. Yeah.
Yeah. So I see him. I like to think that he should have a big game this week.
Expecting it, man. Like you say, man, my man, a top 5 quarterback right now. Hey, I love it, man. Hopefully we can continue it. This is a good chance to do it, though. So, yeah, man.
Yeah. As far as injuries go, I don't know yet. When they asked Ben Johnson, was Kyler Gordon and TJ Edwards practicing today? Before the practice, he said he wasn't sure yet. So I don't know if they actually practice. Usually by Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. If they don't practice by Thursday, they're not playing. So that's something to look for because we need those guys, especially with Brock Bowers. We need TJ Edwards. Yeah. Jermaine Evans got a little bit banged up, but I think he'll be all right. But yeah, that middle, we need that. We need Kyler Gordon. We need Spider-Man out here doing his little flips and thwips.
Especially with Jalen being out indefinitely. Yeah, man.
So yeah, but I think that we can pull this thing out, D Snow. I think this is one of those games where this is a winnable game, and we can go into the bye feeling good about where we're headed.
50 would be nice.
I mean, we said it was going to take some time, but if we go into the bye, like you said, at 500, 2-2, sky's the limit, D Snow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But with all that being said, you got anything else for the people before we get up out of here?
Revenge week. Man, those mighty, I hate they guts, cheesehead Green Bay Packers are playing against the Dallas Cowboys.
It was not. And on that note, I hate to interrupt you, but you just sparked something with that one. I loved to see them lose to Cleveland. And did you see the sound bite? Did you hear the sound bite?
No.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, drop a like.
You got to throw the clip in.
Drop a like.
You got to throw the clip in when you get a chance.
I got some work to do, so I might not be able to do that because it's going to take some time.
I'm going to go look for it after the show.
But man, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to like this. But Myles Garrett was outlasting that offensive line. He was running circles around that offensive line all game. And at one point, he got free, and one of the linemen, he's like, "Run, Jordan, run!" Man, that was about the funniest thing I ever seen on a football field ever. Ricky! Run, Jordan, run!
Yeah, I did see that.
That was classic. That was classic.
Y'all grown men, but I ain't gonna lie.
That was classic. Drop a like for that one. I know y'all. I know our Packers fans is not gonna like that, but y'all have plenty of laughs about us, and you might still have more. We'll see.
There goes y'all undefeated season. Flush down the toilet.
Run, Jordan, run! I need that sound bite. I need to get me a soundboard and play that. Run, Jordan!
That was hilarious, man.
Yeah,
Man, but
well worth the price.
I can't wait to see the first time that he gets in a backfield and gets a sack. You know, the first time Parsons gets a sack, will he look right up at Jerry? That's what I'm wondering. Will he look right up at Jerry and be like,
point at him?
Yeah. So, but yeah, man. So, man, great football coming up. Another great week of football, but that's gonna be the game of the week. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And just side note, it ain't something that's coming up. It's something that just passed. But this weekend was the first premium live WWE event on ESPN.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest with you, D Snow. I liked how it went down. You know, I didn't have to. Thankfully, I didn't have to pay extra because it came with my cable company. So we talked about that some weeks back. But man, I'm talking about D Snow. It had the multi-view built in. So I could watch the Miami and Florida game while the main event, Brock Lesnar no, he wasn't the main event, but while Brock Lesnar was whooping John Cena ass at the same time without having to switch screens. I enjoyed it.
Oh, no, that was the smartest integration. Baseball, if they were smart, they'll find a way to do this to get more fans because that was cold. That was one of the coldest integrations I've ever seen. And is getting ahead of the game when it comes to viewership because they know people want to be able to watch more than one thing. So I love it. That was very smart.
Yeah, that was smooth. Yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, get down there in those comments. Chop it up with your boys. Sure. Any thoughts that we missed, go on and let us know about. And don't forget to drop a like, show us some love, help us get in that algorithm so more people just like you can enjoy this content like you are. Don't be selfish.
Please do.
Don't be stingy.
You heard?
You know, subscribe if you haven't already and share this thing with your boys. We like Packers fans. We like Lions fans, Vikings fans. Come on and join.
No, we don't, but still join.
You're But ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we so appreciate y'all stopping by.
Yes, we do.
And as always, from us here at CHI Go Bears, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we'll holler.
Cubs are back in the playoffs.
Yes, sir, baby. Woo! As long as we ain't got to play none of our division teams in the playoffs, we'll be all right.
We'll be all right.
Y'all stay safe. Peace.
Peace out.